सपना टूटा है
तो दिल कभी जलता है, हाँ थोड़ा दर्द हुआ
पर चलता है।
चलता है।
हाँ चलता है भाई।
चलेंगे तो तुम्हारे कूटे जाने के किस्से, जब तुम कम अंक पाने की वजह से अपने पिता के डंडे से अपनी हड्डियों का हक्का नूडल्स बनते हुए पाओगे। तो अगर तुम इस कहानी की निशानी बनना नहीं चाहते हो तो चिपक जाओ बैक बेंचर से, क्योंकि यहाँ तुम्हें मिलेंगी चैप्टर वाइज और टॉपिक वाइज सभी सब्जेक्ट्स का समाधान, वो भी आसान, लाइक अ रामबाण।
तो इसी के साथ करता हूं मैं
संस्कारी मूड ऑन
और शुरू करता हूं वो नौटंकी जिसके लिए तुम यहाँ आए हो।
We must have witnessed the beauty and the calmness of plants. Mother Earth is the better place to live in because of the plants. Plants provide the only essential gas required for the survival of life, that is oxygen. Plants not only provides oxygen but are also a shelter for millions of organisms. So, how do these green gods survive? What's the process of their survival? How do they get their energy? Let's dive deep in the world of plants. In the previous class, we talked about autotrophs. Autotrophs are of two kinds, chemosynthetic and photosynthetic. If you haven't watched the video yet, click the I button above and just watch it now. It's worth watching it. In this class, we will discuss about photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? How do green plants make their own food? How do these green plants survive? What are the processes involved? What are the structures involved in the photosynthesis? Let me take you to the world of plants. After this, you would be able to answer how photosynthesis occurs, how light energy is trapped by the chloroplasts, how water from the roots reaches up to the shoot. This is stomata, which is present on the lower side of the leaves to tackle excess of transpiration. Welcome to the world of leaves. The big ball-like structure present here are the chloroplasts, which are responsible for trapping light energy that falls on them. They absorb different wavelengths of light, but that's a different topic to be discussed later. Let's take a sneak peek inside the chloroplast. What are these stacks? These stacks are thylakoids, and the coin-like structure is a granum, stacked one over other. So let's move further and try to understand the amazing process of photosynthesis. The word photosynthesis is derived from the Greek word photos and synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means combining together. Photosynthesis is a process by which phototrophs convert light energy into chemical energy, which is later used to fuel cellular activities. The chemical energy is stored in the form of sugars, which are created from the water and carbon dioxide. The process of photosynthesis involves an equation. Photosynthesis reaction involves two reactants, carbon dioxide and water. These two reactants yield two products, namely oxygen and glucose. Hence, the photosynthesis reaction is considered to be endothermic reaction. The equation of photosynthesis goes as 6 molecules of carbon dioxide plus 6 molecules of water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight gives C6H12O6, which is glucose, plus 6 molecules of oxygen, which is released in the atmosphere. Unlike plants, certain bacteria that perform photosynthesis do not produce oxygen as the byproduct of photosynthesis. Such bacteria are called anoxygenic photosynthetic bacteria. The bacteria that do produce oxygen as the byproduct of photosynthesis are called oxygenic photosynthetic bacteria. Taking a closer look at a plant shows that it is firmly held in the soil by the help of roots. These roots absorb water from the soil and through the tiny tubes present which transport it to the stem and then to the leaves. The stem holds the leaves in such a way that they absorb maximum energy from the sunlight. A leaf is a very important part of the plant. Photosynthesis, the ultimate provider of food and oxygen that occurs in the leaf. A leaf consists of a flat, thin lamina which is joined to the stem by a petiole. The flattened lamina provides large surface area for the trapping of sunlight. A cross-section of the leaf shows the upper and the lower layer of the cells, which are flat and irregular. Below the upper layer is the layer of tightly packed cells. These cells have specialized organelles called chloroplasts. Chloroplasts contain the pigment chlorophyll, which gives the green color to the leaf. The next layer has loosely arranged cells with large air spaces. The section also shows tubes specific for transporting the absorbed water into the leaves. The lower layer has many pores called stomata. Each stomata is surrounded by two guard cells which regulate opening and the closing of the stomata. The stomata opens when the guard cells become turgid or flaccid, but that's a different topic that would be discussed later. A leaf absorbs carbon dioxide from the environment through the stomata, which after passing through the air spaces enter into the chlorophyll containing cells. The water and the carbon dioxide molecules are finally absorbed by the chloroplasts. These chloroplasts also have the capacity for trapping energy from the sunlight. The energy is used to synthesize glucose and oxygen from the carbon dioxide and water. These oxygen and glucose molecules diffuse out the chloroplast. The glucose is transported through other specialized tubes called xylem to all parts of the plant, aiding in their growth. The oxygen present in spaces diffuse out through the stomata. So during photosynthesis, the oxygen is given as the life-sustaining gaseous component of the atmosphere, while glucose, the food, is transported to all parts of the plant and are used for growth. In the next class, we will study how plants transport these water and minerals for photosynthesis. How are the water and minerals transported from the roots up to the shoot? How the glucose formed in the leaves are transported all over the plant. So stay tuned. Until then, goodbye.
साला क्या डांटती थी क्या कहते हैं जुल्फे ऐसी के नहीं भाई जुल्फे तो थी ही नहीं। हम सोचे हमारा बेड़ा पार हो गया, काहे के साला हमको भी प्यार हो गया।